Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm on a tram and I'm in Berlin, although it doesn't really feel like being in a city. I'm out here in Berlin Forest. This is tram route 61. I'm going right to the end of tram route 61. When I get there, I'm going to go for a bit of a walk to the tramway that this video is actually about. Today we're going to see the Woltersdorf tramway. It's the 1st of March 2025 and it's the last day of the Gotha Tramcars running today. So I'm going now. I thought I'd go this way. It's not the most direct way. Let's let request stops. If no one wants to get on or off, tram doesn't stop there. So I could have gone by the S-Bahn, but I wanted to tick off this route. As you can see, it's a very interesting route. I've hardly seen any buildings. Oh, there goes another tram.
Bitte alle aussteigen. This train terminates here.
We're coming to the final stop. So we'll have a look at that stop. Now, so I've got a bit of a walk, and I'm going to go and find the Woltersdorf tramway. That's the tram I've just been travelling on. It's going to go around the return loop. So what appears to be single track at the moment, it'll go off around the return loop and then it will appear here. I love these return loops on these Central European tram systems. So if you were to get on a tram heading back to city centre, it looks like you get on there, you'd actually get to go around the return loop and then off you go down there. So my next thing now is I've got to head off into the forest to find my next tramway. I'm now walking through the forest, so it's nearly a mile. Like I say, this isn't necessarily the best route to get to where I'm going. I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. You can see it's cold because down there there's a lake with some ice on it. Not strong enough to even think about walking across, but yeah, it's melted around the edge. But I just like to have a walk. There's something I like about these grey late winter days, early spring days. I just like them. Maybe that's me. But something exciting about the trams running into the forest and terminating like this. I can't imagine any British tramway going that, you know, quite literally those extra mile out into the forest. If it was Britain, it would have probably terminated at the end of civilization. That's if they're even lucky enough to have a tram system. But to have a tram system taking you to somewhere like this is pretty cool. I'm going to keep walking. Not quite sure which way I've got to go yet, I've got to work that out. But anyway, I'm going to go keep walking till I come to a railway line. On the other side of the railway line, that is where we shall find the Woltersdorf tramway. So after a pleasant walk through the woods, I have made it to Ransdorf. This is Ransdorf station. Well, in front of us is the main line, behind it is the S-Bahn lines, which are third rail. I travelled on one of them last night from the airport into city centre to near where I was staying. So I've not seen this tramway before, so probably in a moment I'm going to get my first view. The reason I'm currently pointing the camera that way is just to say if you are going to visit this tramway, obviously after today, unless it's a special occasion, you won't be able to see the trams I'm going to see, but that's the way you'll be coming out of there, out the station there, to catch the tramway. Now it should be just round here. There we are, look, Straßenbahn. And look there, there's lots of people. There's one of the old Gotha trams. So what we'll do, we'll just stay on this side of the road, keep out of all the photographers' way. What I might do is not catch this one. It runs off through the forest and then it runs through the streets of Woltersdorf. So I could go into the forest, get a run past of this one, see the next one arrive, and then we'll have our ride on it. So I'm really looking forward to riding them. So they're supposed to be running a 10-minute schedule today. All trams are running, so it should be a really exciting day. So yeah, look, see how many people there are for this. It's I thought there probably would be quite a few people. So I'm going to stand up there and we'll watch the tram go. So here we are, I'm on tram number 31, so we're going to go for a ride from one end of the line to the other. We'll see some of the other trams passing on the way, then when we get out the other end we'll have a look, see some of the trams on the street running section. I'll ride up and down all day, trying to ride as many of these as I possibly can. I have been on a similar tram to this before, from Berlin, but not in Berlin, at Kreitz Tramway Village. They have got a similar Gotha tram there. There's a S-Bahn train. So as you can see, it's quite easy to get here. You didn't have to come the long walk through the forest like I did. I just thought that'd be fun. I'm now going to enjoy a ride over the Woltersdorf tramway. Since the arrival of that S-Bahn train, this tram has got a whole lot busier. this is the other end of the line. There's the Gotha tram car we just travelled on, number 31. It was a very enjoyable ride. Obviously it was a very busy tram, as we saw earlier. I did manage to film a sort of driver's view. I stood behind the driver and just filmed. It's a bit shaky because couldn't really hold the camera in place, but I did what I can, and ideally I'll upload that as a separate video. It's quite funny being a single track all the way, apart from the odd passing loop like here. In some places the tram is coming against the oncoming traffic. Now it's not a particularly busy road, but it is a very interesting ride. Now I'm going to try and get across the road, but the amount of people that are here, it's well, I've just never seen anything quite like it for trams. You know, it's you'll get it, you know, with the usual blast of something, but this is, yeah, it's a really nice atmosphere here anyway. So there seems to be tram enthusiasts from all over Europe. I'm just walking through the masses of people. I should think that cafe, I'm probably going to go in one of these cafes in a minute and get my 11 o'clock coffee. I should think they're doing a fantastic trade today. So that, yeah, there we are, that's number 31, the Gotha built tram car, which I travelled down on. So I'm going to try and travel on as many of them as possible, and ideally get out in some places and have a look around. We're doing Glühwein there later on. That'd be nice. I look forward to that. We get to here. So there we are, it's the very end of the tram line. And now, admittedly I don't know too much about the area, but there's a lake there and there's a lock going through. Look, you can see all the people up on the lock bridge, and then I think this, yeah, look, this is like a lifting bridge. See the hydraulic. So another thing I've noticed about this town is there's some quite nice paintings on some of the buildings. That huge freight barge, so you can kind of see why they didn't bring the tramway any further than here. And if we go across here, so you've got the bridge. So if the bridge does go up, it reminds me a bit of the Netherlands in some ways, because in Amsterdam the excuse always for being late is, oh, the bridge was up. Well, if you're walking to work, no excuse here. And what a nice little place this is. So for the town of Woltersdorf, it's got about 8,200, which is incredibly small to have a tramway. A few weeks ago I went to Risica in Romania, which has just rebuilt its tramway. Now that's a town of approximately 58,000. Now I thought 58,000, that's a pretty modest sized town to have a tramway, and I thought that's fantastic. But 8,000, you know, it's imagine if every town, or even just a few more towns of 8,000 had a tramway. It would be pretty amazing. I've walked around here just to get away from the crowds, and it's a really nice, relaxing place. So the tramway will always be here. It just won't be all these old Gotha tram cars. So it's certainly worth coming to see it. But it's just, that's what I like about Germany. You get some really small places that in the UK or even other parts of Europe just would not have a tramway, but they do here. Anyway, I'm going to perhaps get myself a coffee and watch and ride some more trams. just got off the tram at this stop here. This is in Woltersdorf town centre. I had a coffee in that cafe I pointed out. That was really good, really nice cafe. And there was lots of nice cake, so I might have to go back there later. I'm just walking up here, going slightly away from the tram lines. There is a reason why I've spotted something that I want to show you. I do really like all these old cobbled streets, but this is what I spotted from the tram, and I've also spotted another one since. Here we are. I thought we probably would see one of these today, a Trabant. Now, those of you who have seen some of my videos before know I quite often manage to feature Trabants in my UK videos because I'm a member of the IFA club, and I often go with my larder to their events. So Trabants are a common feature of Henry's adventures, but it's really nice to see them here in the wild, in their native habitat. There was another one, I saw someone oppose one by the Tramway, which I did expect probably would happen. I'm going to now go over there. I'm just going to go and have a look. I'm going to show you the depot. There's a little branch off the depot. There don't seem to be much to see there because all the exciting trams are out. The new trams, I haven't seen any of them today. They're all hidden away. But if you come from after today to visit the tramway, it'll probably be near, well, it will be all new tramways. It's the last day. Anyway, great Citroën. Just across the road now from where we saw the Trabant, so this is the stop. So the tram line is all single track with the exception of these passing loops. So you get tram stops here in this direction, whilst the other one passes it, and then the stop where I got off is just up there. Now here, there is a triangle, a line going off here. This isn't for turning trams round, this is the access to the depot. So when trams start the day from the depot, they can either head that way or this way. So it is a double-ended tram system, so trams have cabs at each end. It's quite common in Eastern Europe and other parts of Europe for trams to only have a cab at one end, like we saw this morning in Berlin. And I always like them because I jokingly called it back the observation car, and I really like sitting in there. So this is where the tram comes out the depot, turns that way, down the hill, and that way to go to Woltersdorf. Now the depot itself is just here, so I don't think we can go in the depot as such. It's not like there's an open day, but it'd be rude not to feature it, seeing as it's such a short depot branch. I always find depot branches can be quite interesting. Sometimes they can be quite long. They take you far away from the main system. So there we are, there's the building. I can just see through the doors a really old tram, like one of their vintage cars, because up until the new trams came in, these were considered, you know, these were the main fleet, and then there was the vintage tram cars. And in fact, I can see, let's go over there, I can just see one of the new trams, number 42. So it's not the best view, but if you look across there, that's number 42, one of the new ones. I think there's 3 of them. And then it looks like I can just see number 22, so that's one of the vintage cars. Up there it says 1913. The tramway opened in 1913, and quite unusually it hasn't changed in length. It's always been this long. It hasn't been extended, it hasn't been shortened. There we are, look, Straßenbahn Woltersdorf. So this is the tram depot. Now, oh look, I thought, yeah, seeing people wandering off down there with cameras, it does make me suspicious there might have been something worth seeing, and I think there is. So let's have a look up there. I can see a couple more. There's loads of people with cameras. Beetle there. There's another, you know, vintage German car. There's also buses that serve this town. So up here, look, there are some more trams. There's tram number 19 going by the livery. I think that might be a works tram. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is a works tram. We'll have a look when we get up here. I think we're just all in the supermarket car park, and these tram enthusiasts have invaded the supermarket car park, which is also probably quite handy because I probably will go in and get a sandwich for lunch. Let's have a look what we got here. See, also with UK tram depots, you can never see in them this close anyway, but it's always good that they're quite accessible. So I've got tram number 19 there. Like I say, I think that's, I'm pretty sure it's a works tram. Go around here, and oh, by the way, it's route 87. Even though it's the only route, it's route 87. Oh yeah, look at that. Look, they've got all inside. They've got all shovels and everything for, you know, any maintenance they need to do. Now we've got this one, number 89. Now, interestingly, there's no cab there. I think that's probably a trailer. In fact, I'm pretty certain it's a trailer. We'll confirm in a minute. So basically, you can run. It'd be handy if it was used today, but it'd mean a lot of shunting around. You'd have to run it round, but like a conventional railway. Oh look, there's an overhead line maintenance vehicle, so it's good to see a traditional tramway. And even with the new trams, it will still be what I consider a traditional tramway. No bendy trams here, there'll be single car trams. Yes, so it doesn't look like it's been used for a while. But there is no cab at either end. A couple of bicycles in there. There's no cab at either end. So that confirms these are trailer cars. So we've got number 89 and number 90. Let's have a look around. I don't know if there's any more to see. It's just nice that there's not a big ugly fence that, you know, stops you looking in. It kind of yeah, we can just see in. And oh look, there's some wheels, some pantographs. Look down here. Yeah, so see how big the pantographs are. They're the size of me. Look, there's two more pantographs just there. Look at that. So yeah, that's quite interesting to see. So it's nice that depot is sort of friendly like that. Yeah, see all the wheels here, tram wheels. I think it's 1 o'clock, lunchtime. What I'm probably going to do next, after I've had lunch, is go down the hill a bit. I've seen some what looked like a really nice shot of the trams on the hill, and then I might go to the other end of the village, or the town should I say, where we were, and have a look around that end, and then I'll perhaps finish off with some shots in the forest. Anyway, I think it's lunchtime. I'll just travel back down to this end, having had lunch, to see a few more trams. One of the reasons why I wanted to come back to this end was because I mentioned earlier, and it's getting a lot of attention, I spotted somebody else had parked another Trabant there, and as we just came down the hill, like that area there was full of people wanting to get that Trabant and tram shot. I mean, I really like Trabant. It's much more, you know, German Mercedes cars does nothing to me. Trabants have so much character, and it's great to see them in their native habitat alongside these trams. Like I say, I have seen these. They have got one of these trams at Kreutz when we had a Red October there a few years ago, and I had a white larder at the time. They were running that one, and it was great. I didn't do a YouTube video then, but it was great to see it running alongside Trabants and larders, etc. There's other places you can ride the Gotha tram still. They've got similar ones in Namberg for the time being. That's a shorter tramway than this. I think that is the shortest tramway in Germany, but it's a bigger town than this. And there's also Bad Schandau, which has similar trams. So you still will be able to ride these trams. And I say here, they'll run them on special occasions anyway. I'm going to go and join what's probably going to become a big lineup of people there to get the tram and Trabant shot. As the day goes on, the trams have been getting busier. I've been getting most of them forward, just been going up and down the hill. We're back at the other end of the tramway. That one is still a winning tram, but I think I'll leave that for now, save that for later. I just want to go for a little walk away from the tramway up into the woods, see what there is up there. I think there might be something worth seeing. Now enjoying a walk in the woods, climbing up the hill, having my little break from tram bashing. Now the reason I said I wanted to go for a walk in the woods is because when I get to the top of this long set of steps, there's a lookout tower. And if you've seen my videos before, you will know I do love a good lookout tower. So I don't know if it's going to be open, I'm hoping it is. So plan is, go up there, see the views. It appears the tower isn't open, which is a bit of a shame, but I've had a nice walk up here. There's a couple of things I can show you while we're here. One is, they seem to have used some of the old posts for the tramwires here to, well, they're not really doing anything because these boards are something else. So if we have a look here, it's quite a good map here. We can show you what we've done today. We got off the tram in Berlin, just here. I walked through the forest, that's where we saw the frozen lake. Woltersdorf station, this is the tramway, so it runs through the forest to start with. When it gets to here, as soon as the civilization begins, that's actually where we leave Berlin, and then runs through the streets of the town down here. So I've been doing some line siding or road siding down here. That's the end down there, and I've walked up here to the tower. I might go a slightly different way back down because I like a good circular walk. Then I'm going to continue with the tram bashing, more line side shots, maybe do a bit in the forest, and see what else we can find. So I'm going to find my way back down to the tramway. I'm back down from the woods. There's nothing like having an ice cream in a nice winter sun like this. Eat this, and time for some more tram bashing. So after a bit more riding up and down, I think I have now cleared the whole fleet for haulage, which is good. I will double check that later. I'm at the part of the tramway where it crosses the boundary between Brandenburg and Berlin. So if you look that way, you can see houses and everything. Look that way, so it goes off into the forest. Now, a little way down there, there's a passing loop. It just seems so sort of novel, this passing loop in the forest. That's where we're going to go. We're going to go and see some trams there. So here we are in the forest. What we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at the passing loop, and we'll wait and see two trams passing. Two trams did just go by, so we'll wait and see the next ones. So, see, there's people already waiting there. There's probably never been so many people in this forest just to photograph trams, but this is the loop. I'm going to show you it now while there's no trams here, so I don't spoil anyone else's video. So here are 2 tracks. It feels so like unreal, a loop in the middle of a forest where 2 trams pass. They do exist, especially in Eastern Europe, not so much in Central and Eastern Europe. You do get tram lines that run through the forests, but in the UK there's 1 or 2 the metro link up to Rochdale run through some countryside, and you've got some bits not really like this but a little bit wooded on the London tram link on the line down to New Addington, but we don't have anything like this in the UK. It's on the grading as well, and the trams make a great sound as they go through the forest. I think what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to continue on up there and get some shots of some trams at speed because they make a great sound. And then I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. It's the great thing about these days, just play it by ear. But having cleared all the trams for haulage, I can just concentrate on getting photos. And what a great place to see these trams in action. Trams arrived, you've just got to wait for the other one to come along. This isn't actually a stop, so you can't get on or off here. I just think if it was, it'd probably be one of the most popular stops of the day. So I'm just going to wait here, see the other tram go by, and then I'm going to go and get some shots of them at speed in the forest. I've now ended up at this stop here, Berliner Platz. After watching the trams in the forest, I saw them on this section, what I call like the railway line section, where it runs. You can just see a tram in distance. It runs you know, like a conventional railway, and it's just up there beyond that passing loop where it goes to the on-street section. So what I think I'm going to do is hopefully board this tram here, have a final ride down to the other end, and then go back, because it's, you know, won't be daylight much longer, and this, what's been a really good day, will soon be coming to an end, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm going to wait and jump on the tram. So here we are, we're back at Ransdorf and it's dusk. It's been a really great day. There's number 27 there. Just had a ride over the whole system in dusk, and it really was quite magical going through that forest in dusk. It's been a fantastic day. I don't think I've ever seen so many tram enthusiasts in one place. It's been brilliant. It's a shame it is the end, but then usually, you know, these last days they do attract the crowds, and I've heard enthusiasts here. I've heard one or two other British enthusiasts here. I've heard a few enthusiasts speaking Hungarian, so, and obviously a lot of German enthusiasts. There will be enthusiasts from all over Europe have come here today. It's been a great day. The atmosphere on the trams just has been really nice. So I'll definitely come back and do this tramway again. Maybe one day, if I'm on a tour, we might have a charter with one of those trams, or perhaps one day like to come and see, you know, the new trams that take over. I think it will still be a charming tram ride. I have been on similar trams to what's taken over in Katowice in Poland. So yeah, they're quite nice as well. So do come and, you know, it's still worth coming to visit this tramway. These old tramcars may not be in everyday service anymore, but it's definitely worth coming to visit. It's a charming little tramway, and I wish more, you know, towns of 8,000 would have this. To put it into context, for London, it'd be like, say, if Harefield, what was a village in Middlesex, imagine a tramway running from Northwood on the Metropolitan line up to Harefield. That's a similar size to Woltersdorf. That's basically what it would be like. Okay, the topography there is quite different because Harefield's on top of a hill, but yeah, that's a bit like what it would be like. So anyway, it's been a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching. Please do feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe, and do, you know, come and visit Berlin. It's got some other fantastic tramways and railways as well. From Ransdorf station at dusk. Goodbye.